Of course, we'll continue to bring you all the developments on that front as and when there is more information that comes in. Let's shift our focus for now. The Indian Space Agency ISRO and NASA are set to turn a new chapter in space collaboration with the launch of Earth observation satellite Nisar.
The launch is scheduled for liftoff today at 5:40 p.m. local time from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in India's Sriharikota. Nisar, short for a NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar, has been jointly developed by NASA and ISRO. Built at a cost of $1.5 billion, it is the most expensive Earth observation satellite in the world. ISRO's GSLV F-16 will place the satellite in a 734-kilometer sun-synchronous orbit and will observe Earth with a swath of 242 kilometers.
Now, the launch of Nisar stands out for several reasons. The satellite will scan the entire globe every 12 days and is capable of providing detailed images of the Earth's surface in all weather conditions, day or night. Nisar is powerful enough to capture changes as small as 1 centimeter in size. Scientists expect the satellite to provide new insights into processes like climate change and to help us better prepare for them.
Now, the satellite carries two radar systems, a NASA-provided L-band and an ISRO-supplied S-band synthetic aperture radar. This makes Nisar the first ever satellite to observe Earth in two frequencies. And according to ISRO, the mission broadens the scope of international data sharing and cooperation, building on previous joint efforts such as astronaut collaboration during Axiom 4.
All right. For more on this, our principal correspondent Siddharth MP is joining us on the broadcast. Siddharth, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, let's just start by speaking of the significance of this mission first.
Indeed, this is a huge moment, not just for India and US and not just for ISRO, NASA, but for the global scientific community, because Nisar is doing something unprecedented. It's going to map the Earth at least once a week, and all land surface on the Earth will be covered, be it the surface or be it the ice caps. All of them will be covered, and it will be covered in such a frequency that there will be almost 4,500 GB of data generated every single day and sent back, and this will be done for at least 3 to 5 years. So this is going to be a wealth of data for scientists and researchers across the globe to be able to do Earth sciences studies, to understand our planet better, to understand climate change, and to understand so many geological phenomena that so far have remained rather hidden from the plain sight. But this is a mission that's going to change that forever. And let's remember, but in the true spirit of international cooperation, all the data generated from this $billion satellite will be shared to the globe for free. Anyone, anywhere in the world can download it and try to make the most out of that data.
Siddharth, Nisar is going to be observing Earth from two different kinds of frequencies. There is an L-band radar and then there is an S-band radar. If you can explain better for our viewers what this really means.
Well, we need to understand that radar imaging is completely different from conventional imaging or photography. So imagine that we have a flight and we're flying on it, and then there's a sort of window seat that we have, and we use our phone to click pictures on a clear day. That's typically how conventional imaging satellites work. It's like using a phone or a sophisticated camera and capturing images from above. So what happens is when you have clouds or when you have bad weather, you don't get pictures. That's how most satellites work. But radar imaging satellite is an all-weather satellite, which means it does not use a camera, so it does not bother about clouds or day or night. What it does, it fires thousands of radar beams or radio waves onto the surface of the Earth, and it gets these beams reflected back onto its antenna. Based on that, its onboard computers will stitch an image and then give an output. So this is more like a radar picture that is being generated. So L-band is more like a long wave band, and L-band essentially means it will see the tree tops and some of the larger objects. S-band is the shorter wavelength band, and it will help see the shrub level and the smaller crop level. So overall, it's going to cover a lot of ground and help the global community.
Understood. Siddharth, always, you simplify matters in a manner that anyone can understand what really is going on. Thank you so much. That was Siddharth MP getting us the latest as we'll continue to track how Nisar progresses.